Driveway here again with you today. So I've been receiving a lot of comments and messages recently from people who are looking at starting up pressure washing or jet washing cleaning business. And it seems to be the number one question I'm getting asked is how do you get work? How do you drum up business? So I thought I would do a brief-ish, I'm like, video on advertising and probably the best ways of trying to get some work coming in for you. So we are now in early September 2017. The season's starting to come to an end. I'm still busy. I've still got quite a bit in, but the actual sort of the cleaning season will be coming to an end soon. I'd imagine by the end of September, the work will start to sort of peter out, should we say. So if you have spoken to anybody, you may be aware that the actual physical cleaning side, so the pressure washing side, doing driveways and patios, it is very seasonal. People just don't want their patios and driveways cleaned during the autumn and winter months, purely because obviously if you clean something in the autumn, within a week or so it's probably going to get dirty again with all the leaves. And the same with obviously winter. It's very wet and miserable outside. Nobody particularly wants things done out in their garden during the winter time. So you will find that the jet washing and the driveway patio cleaning season, for me, normally starts mid-February, and that'll go right the way through till sort of mid to end of September. Sometimes it'll go a little bit later. It really depends upon the weather and how traditionally British our climate is going to be. But yeah, I mean, I've done work, through, sort of even into December, but it's not consistent, and it's not, I'm not fully booked. So I would expect that, my season to start anywhere from mid-February right the way through till September. Anyway, so how do you get work? Well, as you probably, if you've researched or you've done any kind of digging, you'll find that obviously advertising and marketing in general is, you can spend limitless amounts of money. You can do anything from your local, you delivered sort of small magazines or the local rags, newspapers, shop windows. You can do leaflet drops, websites. The opportunities are endless. But if you're starting, and you're looking at getting into this, and you want to try and not so much get a name out, but you want to try and get some work in sort of relatively quickly. I mean, honestly, now's probably the best time to do it. Like I say, the season is coming to a close, so you're not really going to start seeing anything until next year. But you'll start to get your name out there. But your best way to try and get some work and get yourself out there is through a website. It doesn't have to be an all singing, all dancing website. It just has to work, and that is where most people come unstuck. You can have your web domain, or you've had somebody build it, or you've built one yourself through some of these packages. You've got yourself a website, but you're not getting any interest in it. No one's making inquiries. It's not working. So what you need is you need your website to work. Like I say, it doesn't have to be 20, 30 pages long. It can be something quite simple. Just get the point across, get yourself there, and basically have it working. Make sure that it is being found. If somebody types something into a search engine, that it is going to come up somewhere. You can't expect first page listings. Nobody can guarantee any of that. It's a closely guarded secret. You just have to basically go with the flow. If you are, a small independent person, you are going to be fighting other people for the top rankings. So don't be disheartened by the fact that you're not appearing right at the top of the rankings. It's all to do with your SEO and how well your website is optimized and how well it's running. So basically, my website, I built my website myself. I'm not a master at it. I don't confess to be a professional web builder or anything. But with a little bit of knowledge, you can actually build something quite half decent yourself. And once you start getting to know the ins and outs of building something like that, you can do simple things and simple adjustments yourself. Rather than paying, several hundreds or even thousands of pounds for somebody to build you a site that you've got no control over. If you start to build something yourself, or something that you've got a little bit of control over, if you need to update a page, or you want to change something simple like your pricing, anything like that, add a photo, put some links in, you can do that yourself very simply without having to pay somebody substantial money to try and change something for you. Alternatively, you can do leaflet drops. Having leaflets printed is relatively cheap these days. You can get sort of 1,000, 5,000 leaflets printed up for around 150, 200 quid, and then obviously you've got to deliver them. But like I say, because of the season, if you start delivering leaflets, let's just say for example next month, in October, because the season is not going to be in its peak, you're not really going to see much interest, if any at all, because it's not something that's on people's minds. So if you are looking at doing pressure cleaning as a full-time job or a new career prospect for you, then I would say have something that is going to guide you through the winter period. So a lot of people tend to do gutter cleaning or window cleaning, perhaps a bit of gardening. If you're green fingered and you can do a bit of landscaping, something like that, that will take you, possibly take you through the winter periods. But your jet washing alone, doing your patios and your driveways is not going to see you through on a full time. So don't start this this new career or this new business with the impression that it's going to be a year round profitable business. It's not. It is seasonal. So you're going to want something that's going to carry you through the winter. So think about it carefully, because obviously anything you do, you may have to make an investment in for equipment. If you're doing gutter cleaning, whether you're going to use ladders and go up there manually and do it, or buy the high reach vacuum systems. Same as window cleaning. Do you do traditional window cleaning? Do you do pole fed? At the end of the day, it's all going to potentially cost money, and it's going to be extra stuff that you're going to have to put on a van or a vehicle. And again, you're going to have to advertise to get people out there and interested in the services you're providing. So the opportunities for marketing is endless. You can spend hundreds and thousands of pounds. There are companies out there that would do a lot of marketing for you, but it all comes at a price. And obviously, if you're not earning the money, then you can't spend the money. But a lot of time when you're starting a business, it's that old phrase, you've got to spend money to make money. That is true in a way, but you've just got to be careful on how much you're spending, because it will really run away with you. So do some research, but my number one advice to you is get yourself a website. If you start building it now, if you're looking at starting this up, and you want to get some work in for next year, look at the website and get one built now, because it's not, although it goes live, it's not an instant find. The search engines have to find it, it has to be indexed, it has to be crawled. All the search engines have to try and basically find your site and index it, so that if somebody types something in, that it's going to come up. And that kind of thing doesn't happen overnight. You have to let it go over time. So if you start setting up something like a website now, you should have it fully running and fully operational by the time the season starts, and you should start seeing some inquiries not long into the new year, and start getting your bookings in. So yeah, that's it on advertising. I do get lots of other comments and questions on other things like equipment and stuff like that, but this video is purely on advertising. If you've got any comments, got any questions, you need any help or whatever, just either drop me a message or drop me a comment in the box below, and I'll try and help you as best I can. You will have seen in my previous video about business startup and kind of equipment and stuff. People ask me about pricing as well. My number one thing I would say to you, if you are starting up, when it comes to pricing, price competitively. Don't look at what your competitors are charging, and price it to earn. You know, if you price it too high, you're never going to get the work. And obviously, you price it ridiculously low, you're going to kill yourself in the process for no money. I know that I'm quite cheap. My prices are quite cheap in comparison to other people that are in the area, but I know that I'm fully booked from March through till September. You know, I could work 7 days a week. You know, I've got a family to support. I know that I can be fully booked all season and not have to worry about you know, who my competitors are and what they're pricing. You know, if people phone me up, you know, I know that I'm providing a fair quote, a fair price for a day's work basically. So don't price yourself too high. Don't price yourself ridiculously low. Get yourself a website built. Get yourself out there. And you should start seeing the work coming in fairly quickly. Right, that's all for me. You know, if you are setting up, good luck. Hope it works out well for you. Like I say, any comments or questions, if I can help in any way, send me a message, leave a comment in the box below, and I'll aim to help you out. Right, happy cleaning. Bye for now.